if America is truly losing its democracy, or do you feel like that's also kind of a exaggeration from both parties?
I think that's the thing. Like we should not compare America to other countries because this is the land of the free.
Mm,
America is an experiment, right? Like when I came to America, when I actually read the Constitution, I cried. I know
mm,
exaggerate. A lot of North Korean defectors do because it says individuals have freedom, not from a state, not from a man, not from your government. Our rights come from God, and nobody can take that away from us. No, no constitution said that, right? So in America, individuals have their God-given rights, and no state can take that away from us. So it is so shocking that state did that to us, and so many people complied. And if you refuse, you're the racist.
I see.
And of course, like the George Floyd, the lootings. I was in Chicago. They loot children hospital. They go burn down prescription drugs so people could not get their important medications. Like, what kind of racial injustice you have to fight that you need to go burn down children's hospital? Like,
Mm,
it made no sense. But then when you watch CNN, it says like it was peaceful protest. But then now January 6th is the insurrection, right? Like nobody got punished for what during the looting of George Floyd, but somehow anybody who was challenging election result or not, they are the threat to democracy. So the law should be equal. It should apply equally to everybody.
I see.
It's
So you're saying there's a lot of inconsistencies at the moment.
very biased. Even the judicial system. I live in New York. I lived through 4 years of Biden here, and I saw the city got invaded. I don't know if you've been visiting here. How many actually illegal immigrants flew to New York? And a lot of people ask me, like, how can you say that you're a refugee yourself?
Mm,
But the difference is that I have to explain this to the reason I was a refugee, I was allowed to go to South Korea because I was in. So China breaks international law. You do actually cannot send the defectors, the political asylums, go back to their home country. Because when we go back to North Korea, we are like Jews during the World War II. We would sent to prison camps and get executed and get killed. China had the obligation to protect us, but they didn't. That's why when we went to South Korea, we were automatically accepted as citizens. But of course, I could not come to America as a refugee. I had to come here through legal process as a South Korean to America, right? So all these people who flew to Mexico, they are no longer refugees because Mexican government don't prosecute them. They are not persecuted anymore. They did get to a land where they are not persecuted. Those Haitians or anybody from China, when they go to Mexico, they are no longer they are no longer have that status. So a lot of North Koreans that went to South Korea and fled to Canada, UK, they got all deported because
hmm
they stopped in a country that was not persecuting them. That's the international law. So America has no obligation to accept people who are not persecuted currently. They should be in Mexico. So first, that's not international law. And second of all, when I was going to South Korea, they don't just like take me from Mongolia right away. They would send us in the interrogation center many, many months, making sure that we are not murderers, we are not spies, we are not bringing any disease. And they had to verify every single aspect of our life and then go to South Korea. And then 6 more months of re-education, making sure that we respect the South Korean government and South Korean history and the culture, right?